The space or valley first. Gastric pit. Gastric pit, number 9. Okay, what kind of tissue? If you memorize the stomach, what kind of tissue it has, you're going to know this. Simple columnar epithelium, but kind of a tough example, but I did just from that though. Simple columnar epithelium. Yeah, number 10. Good. Question so far? Okay, we go deeper. You follow those pits down. These structures are not up here. They're going to be down in the pits. So we see these cells are part of it here, here, here. We have a relar tissue all around it as well. But if we consider these cells structures all together, we call these what? Gastric glands. Yeah. Anything else on this one you wanted to? The only other thing we did was the mucosa. I believe just named the main layer mucosa.
What was 11?
Gastric gland.
Oh, we haven't done 12.
Did we do 12?
No.
I'm having trouble. Am I having trouble with numbers, or are you guys having trouble with numbers? Just Steven. We're not on 12 yet. Okay, questions on that one?
No.
All right, good. Let's move on then. All right, let's start by identifying the organ. All right, so we're picking up number 12. And we'll move across the slide for you. So number 12, name the organ. One of these finger-like projections that I'm outlining. It includes everything on the inside. Here's another one. Name the finger-like projection. Okay, let's zoom in. We're going to name another structure. Way up there on the upper left, there's a clear or white oval-shaped structure. Here's a bigger one. There, name that. Here, 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 here. Name the white or clear oval-shaped structure. Okay, next up, number 15. Going down here, and I want this structure, it's filling up the entire screen. I'll back it up for you. This is all part of one structure. Let's go back so we can see a little better. Okay, so this is part of what I want. This is part of what I want. It's actually leaking up into this section as well. Go to the other end of it. And there's the other end of the structure, here and here. Call this all together. Good. All right, let's keep going. What kind of tissue is this and this? What kind of tissue here and there? Zoom in. Tissue here and here. That was number 16. Number 17, let's name a main layer. see kind of clear on that edge. Just right there where I have the pointer, not the black stuff, but that kind of wispy looking edge. Name the main layer. Okay, if you're not sure where we are, let's go back across. So here's one side. And all the way to the other side. All right, number 18. What's a function of this layer or tissue? I could say what's a function of that tissue or layer. What's a function of that from number 18? What does it do in this organ? All right, answer time. Number 12, what's the organ? True, small intestine, but that's not specific enough. What's the organ?
Is it the ileum?
It's the ileum. How'd you know it's the ileum?
The Peyer's patch?
You know it's the ileum because of the Peyer's patches. So let's take a look at that. All right, you saw the villi. You knew it was small intestine. Good, that's first step. So then it's jejunum, ileum, or duodenum is what you're thinking. Okay, so then as I scroll down, I'm not going to ask you to identify it without being able to see the whole slide. Okay, so I'll scroll down. You see these giant purplish structures that fill up the submucosa. Those are called Peyer's patches, lymphatic tissue, embedded in the wall. They are huge and hard to miss. And then you go out a little further, and yeah, it just looks like a small intestine. So you know it's the ileum. Okay? All right, what's a finger-like projection called?
The vanilla.
A villus, good, or villi, it's plural. All right, we did number 14. You can see them here, the little white circles. Those are goblet cells. There's a lot of goblet cells in the ileum in particular because you're getting to the end of the small intestine. You see more goblet cells in this. I wouldn't use that as your only criteria for identifying the ileum though. All right, we did number 15. Peyer's patches, P-E-Y-E-R apostrophe S. I'm assuming that's after some scientist. Number 16, we did what kind of tissue? Here and here. Smooth muscle. All about smooth muscle now that we're reading Unit 4. Number 17, name the main layer. Serosa. Good. What's another name for that? Good. Visceral peritoneum is also correct. And what's a function of that? What's it do? Other than be shiny and hard to see and annoying. Reduces what?
Friction.
Friction. It reduces the friction. If you say it reduces friction as the small intestine rubs against the body wall, wow, that's an amazing answer, but I'll just take reduces friction. Okay, questions on this slide? Anything you want to see that I didn't ask you about? No?
No.
I bet your every wish. That's impressive of me. Okay, so.
Intestinal crypts.
Ah, good. Intestinal crypts. You're going to look deep in the mucosa, and we haven't actually gone over what they are in lecture, but it's pretty simple. What it is it's the bottom of the villus, where it turns around and does a corner. So it comes down, it does a little corner and turns around. It doesn't look like it because this is two-dimensional, and this is a three-dimensional organ with tons and tons of villi. So it's the little pocket between the villi where you have regeneration. And what does it look like? It looks like epithelium with a little white oval in the middle.
So those are mucosa layer
It's
only?
in the mucosa. These are all the intestinal crypts. Go to the base of the mucosa. Usually you don't point to them up high. It should be the base, the little pocket in between the villi. So here, 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 all these guys. They will have epithelial cells in them. They will have goblet cells. It's just you just followed that villi all the way down and it did a U-turn. That's the intestinal crypts.
What do they do?
That's where you have the epithelial cell regeneration between the villi. So it starts at the bottom and they slough off at the top and it kind of moves up. We'll talk about it on Tuesday. Okay, switch.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a crazy one with all the extra pieces on the end. Ah, wish I could have that. Use this thing. Okay, so it does have some extra pieces on the top, but I'm trying to sort of cut those off so we can get a more typical looking example here. So we're going to do number 19, new slide. Name the organ, and I will move across the slide for you here in a moment. So let's see if I- Okay. All right, so we see something that should be telltale sign up here at this end of the organ for you, and then we are going deeper. Let's zoom in. A couple of capillaries, a little venial, a little arterial, so those are just, you might see those here and there, but nothing really noteworthy here. Okay, keep going. All right, so we're gonna name that organ. All right, back up to these guys. What kind of tissue? Here. Here. In here. There. Could also go down a little. In here. Here. Okay, what kind of tissue is that? All right, moving on. All right, we're gonna look at a little tiny structure here. It's the edge. I'm pointing to the very edge of this tissue. Let's find another spot with lots of cramp. Over here. I'm gonna zoom in on that for you. Let's see if we can make that work. This is a tiny structure on the very edge of that tissue type. Oh, that's a good one. Let's go back. Oh, nice. Okay, so right here, we see this right here. What is that structure? Part of the cell, but I want you to name the structure. Looks really good. So that previous question, 20, we were over here and I asked what kind of tissue. That's using the room. Okay, next. Oh, it's so close. Let's back that up. All right, let's do what kind of tissue? Right in here, what kind of tissue is that? Where the white arrow is. Whoa. Okay, just so you can see where you're at. Over here, and we are right in here. Okay, ready? Number 19, name the organ. Jejunum. Good, how'd you know? Do you got?
There wasn't anything in that one layer.
Yep, the submucosa. She was scanning for Peyer's patches or duodenal glands, and aside from noting some venules, capillary blood vessels, which you should be able to notice the difference between that and the duodenal gland and the Peyer's patch, there's really not a lot going on in there. Okay, so if you see villi,